Madam Chair and Board.
Yes, sir.
I think this is probably the first time in 9+ years up here I've asked this. But given his experience, can we give Bob the extra 2 minutes to make his presentation? Give him 5 minutes?
Yes, absolutely.
Really has a tremendous amount of information.
Skata Bob, Floral City. This is certainly quite unexpected, and it's a last-minute thing when Jeff brought it to my attention. I have the unhonorable experience to actually perform the SCADA and control system programming in the state of Hawaii at the Lahaina wastewater treatment plant. That means that I did the programming for, or to design the programming for the deep well injection, which failed about 10 years after that. I think there's something that's really important. The pictures you saw was from a wastewater treatment plant. That was high nitrogen. Okay, the 130 wells in Florida are along the coast. The one that's the furthermost in the center of Florida is in Ocala. If you look at the hydrology of Florida, the aquifer and most of the water resources are in the center of Florida, flowing outward to each coast. So the ones along the southern coast are mostly wastewater treatment facilities. However, there's 5 or 7 of them are deep well injection. So for all of our education, I think it's important that you know the difference between high nitrogen from wastewater versus a deep well injection from a landfill. So on the photos I just gave you, the photo on the first page is one of the 4 deep well injections from a wastewater treatment plant. And that's the one that I had the privilege of working on, unfortunately. Leachate is probably one of the most uncontrolled concoctions of a chemical created by mankind. And I mean that because we don't know what it is. It is a concoction of unbelievable chemicals. It's a result of the collection of everything which is undesirable by mankind and settles at a liquid into the bottom of a landfill. That's what it is. I'd like you to take a look at the second page, and I gave you, there's a lot of different breakthroughs. Breakthrough is when it goes outside of the casing, and then it starts to come back up. Eventually, it could work its way all the way to the surface. In our case, 3,000 feet down, it's going to work into the aquifers above it. There's about 4 or 5 levels of our aquifer at different areas. The second page is mainly some of the more historic ones. The one that in 1990, there were 20 municipal breakthroughs in Florida. 20 of them broke through in Florida in 1990. So let's focus on leachate. I want you to look at the third page, and you have a graph. This lists all of the main categories of chemicals that are found in leachate. So there's a little bit of a chemistry class here. Heavy metals, inorganics, iron and zinc, ammonia, phosphorus and sulfate, acids, and 2 different types of acids. But here are the 3 I want to talk about, because the last 3 to me are extremely harmful to mankind. Aromatic hydrocarbons, that's like your gasolines, your benzene, the toluene, ethylbenzene, and xylene. Phenols, pesticides, and polyethylene, and PCBs and dioxins. These are all found in various quantities in leachate. So look at the next page here, and here's the heart of what I want you to walk away with. This concoction of chemicals causes cancer, serious cancer. Benzene, strongly linked to leukemia. Ethylbenzene, lung, liver, and kidney cancer. Toluene and xylene, toxic to the central nervous system. Pentachlorophenol is carcinogenic to humans. It's a wood preservative. BPA, which is biphenyl, ovarian or breast cancer, and non-Hodgkin lymphoma. At the very last picture, you have a QR code. And I put that in there because I want you to appreciate the excellent responsibility that Citrus County has and the design and the investment we made in our expansion cell 4A. This is a video I made of the entire construction of it and the great expense of the lining. Why is the lining so important? Why did the county spend so much money designing cell 4A? Is to protect it from the leachate getting into the aquifer. So if you have a chance, take a look at that video. It's a wonderful video, and I congratulate all of you and everyone on the staff for building cell 4A because it keeps all of these carcinogens out of our drinking water.